Early childhood period, birth to 5 years of age, is the most important time of development in the life of a person. It is during these years that children's social, emotional, physical, and cognitive, as well as language development occurs and affects the rest of the lifespan.
There are a lot of children across the world who are suffering and not going to school. There should be some kind of accessibility of certain programs, medical programs, educational programs, for the needs, whatever the needs are for these children.
Research done about neuroscience and child development has addressed the why and what questions regarding investment in young children. Extensive research done on neurobiology about the first years of child development has shown that brains are built over time. The interaction of both gene formation and the experiences shape the developing brain, and this is marked by what is called server and return nature, that is determined by the interaction of children with their parents and their community.
It does not matter where a child is living. A child still should be able to receive that which he or she needs.
Investing in early childhood development is an investment in human capital, since it fosters the well-being of today's children and future citizens. Studies have also shown that early childhood development is an issue not just in poor countries, but in all societies, including rich nations. For example, in the United States, we will view one particular program, early intervention. Examining this program in New York State, we can see the benefits and deficiencies of this service.
Early intervention service is really a great service. It's really working with children, evaluating children ages 0 to 3 to make sure that the child receives the services he or she needs.
My name is Giovanni Sanchez. I am the father of Valeria. Valeria is age. And this one? What letter?
Z.
And what letter?
D.
Valeria was diagnosed with autism when she was 18 months old. At the beginning, it was very tough because we didn't know anything about the disease or the condition.
Let's do it, Valeria.
Finish it, Valeria. Finish. Busca el pozo,
El proceso ha sido bastante largo desde que mi niña fue diagnosticada, pero gracias a Dios vemos un progreso bastante notable. Es un camino largo, pero hasta ahora doy gracias a Dios porque ya ha avanzado bastante.
How old are you?
7.
Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. No, look at me. Hi, Valeria.
Hi,
At me. Look at my eyes.
Dad.
Okay. And where do you live, Valeria?
Hilton.
Hilton? If we didn't have the services, I don't think we would be halfway where we were today.
Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Having those services really meant the difference between having a daughter today that is integrating herself into the society and potentially having someone that you might institutionalize simply because you just don't know the potentials that these kids can develop as they grow older.
Yes, most people are aware, but there are difficulties for some people to access services.
When Christian was around 1 year old, he didn't say any words. Everything was pointing and crying all the time because he was frustrated. Started doing the process, people coming in to check him. And then as I was seeing them come in and seeing different things wrong, like with his legs or the way he couldn't grab certain things, I thought that they were mistaking it. Like I thought I saw him as a normal kid and they were pointing out certain things that I thought was fine.
Sometimes families don't want their child evaluated because they think that they have done something wrong.
Then they did the whole evaluation. I got my package and I was supposed to go for the interview and I decided not to go. I took advice from my family and they were like, oh no, that's for kids that's gonna be stayed with him all his life. Like for school, they're gonna put him in special ed and kids are gonna make fun of him, and that's not it's not going to be good for him. So I got scared and I never went to the interview.
With regards to some neighborhoods, for example, the more affluent counterpart they have no problems in accessing services. We find that the neighborhoods that are less, affluent do have a problem. Not only the services, not only the evaluation, but also receiving services. We find that the most affluent people come in for the initial conference with an attorney. For a poor person, they can't afford an attorney, so they are winging it.
My daughter was diagnosed with PVD. It's gonna be 2 months ago. It was very tough at the beginning. I did the referral myself. The access to early intervention at the beginning was very easy. What I found was hard was to get a good service. I have to look for different services and different kind of help because early intervention wasn't as good as I thought.
All of us can teach the families. All of us should be open to tell parents if they see a child who they suspect needs something, a little bit of services, they need to refer the child to wherever they're supposed to go. If it's just a child who is 0 to 2 years old, tell them about EI. So these children can be evaluated and receive services prior to entering to public school.
The norms and regulations of early intervention and the policy has to change.
The U.S. is just one example where early intervention services are beneficial for children. However, many barriers still have to be addressed, such as equal access to all children and better quality of services.
It does not matter what he looks like or where he comes from. He's a child, and he's looking for us as adults, to help them. And that's what we should do, to help all children wherever we can.
Children's protection and care is a global governance issue. In 1966, the Convention of the Rights of the Child was adopted by the United Nations. 193 countries have ratified their obligations to protect and ensure children's rights.
If you think about this on a global level, it also means lots of money, but it also means committed people in order to make this work. And I'm just very optimistic. I think if people come together around a table and we are all on the same page, it can happen.
Government's actions adopting policies and strategies for investing in early child development is critical at the global scale in order to accomplish the Millennium Development Goals to reduce poverty and to enhance education and health.